Hello all. Today we're going to learn about a Japan-based manufacturer of optics and reprography products, Olympus Corporation. Most of us at least once must have heard the name of the company, Olympus. Let us know this company in a much better way. Olympus Corporation is a Japan-based manufacturer of optics and reprography products. Olympus was established in 12th October 1919, initially specializing in microscope and thermometer businesses. Olympus enjoys a majority share of the world market in gastrointestinal endoscopes. It has a roughly 70% share of the global market, whose estimated value is $2.5 billion. Its global headquarters are in Shinjuku, Tokyo, Japan. In 2011, the company gained coverage in global media when it fired after 2 weeks its newly appointed British Chief Executive CEO Michael Woodford, a 30-year-old Olympus veteran and Olympus President and Chief Operating Officer COO since April that year, who had sought to probe financial irregularities and unexplained payments of hundreds of millions of dollars following his appointment as CEO. Although the board initially dismissed Woodford's concerns via mass media as being disruptive actions and Woodford as failing to grasp the local culture, the matter quickly snowballed into a corporate corruption scandal over concealment called tobashi of more than 117.7 billion yen, $1.5 billion, of investment losses and other dubious fees and other payments dating back to the late 1980s and suspicion of covert payments to criminal organizations. Olympus was established on October 12, 1919. It initially specialized in microscope and thermometer businesses. Takeshi Yamashita became an attorney after graduating from Tokyo Imperial University Law School in 1915. After 1 year of military service, he joined Tokiwa Shokai, a trading company. The Olympus brand was introduced in February 1921. This logo was used for microscopes and other products. Brochures and newspaper ads for cameras also used this logo. The Olympus Tokyo logo is still in use today. There was a period in which OIC was used instead of Tokyo in the logo. OIC stood for Optical Industrial Company, which was a translation of Olympus, Japanese corporate name at that time. This logo was used for the GT1 and GT2 endoscopes, among others. Olympus has been used as a trademark since the time of Takashiko Seisakusho, the predecessor of Olympus Corporation. Takashiko Seisakusho was renamed Takashio Optical Corporate Limited in 1942 when optical products became the mainstay of the company. In 1949, the name was changed again to Olympus Optical Corporation Limited in an attempt to enhance its corporate image. And in 2003, the company made a fresh start as Olympus Corporation to show its willingness to establish a dynamic corporate brand by unifying the corporate name and the well-known brand. In recent years, Olympus Corporation has refused on opto-digital technology as its core competence, technological strengths that competitors cannot easily imitate, to maximize corporate value and to become one of the top optical instrument manufacturers. The yellow line underneath the logo is called the opto-digital pattern, and it represents light and boundless possibilities of digital technology. It symbolizes dynamic and innovative nature of opto-digital technology and Olympus Corporation. This logo is called the communication symbol of Olympus, and it represents Olympus's brand image. In 1936, Olympus introduced its first camera, the Semi-Olympus 1. The first innovative camera series from Olympus was the Pen, launched in 1959. The half-frame format, allowing 72 pictures of 18 by 24 mm format on a standard 36 exposure roll of film, made Pen cameras compact and portable for their time. In 2012, the company announced that Sony and Fujifilm had offered forming a capital alliance, and the company would focus on mirrorless interchangeable lenses cameras, MILC. Olympus manufactures endoscopic ultrasound, electrocautery, endotherapy, and cleaning and disinfection equipment. The first flexible endoscope in the world was co-developed and manufactured by Olympus in Tokyo. On September 28, 2012, Olympus and Sony announced that the two companies will establish a joint venture to develop new surgical endoscopes with 4K resolution or higher and 3D capability. Olympus manufactures and sells industrial scanners, fraud detectors, probes and transducers, in thickness gauges, digital cameras, image analysis software, industrial video scopes, fiber scopes, light sources, XRF and XRD analyzers, and high-speed video cameras. As of 31st March 2011, investors include Nippon Life Insurance 8.4%, Bank of Tokyo Mitsubishi 4.98%, and Sumitomo Mitsui Banking 3.13%, and the Government of Singapore Investment Corporation 2.55%. Foreign institutions and individuals speak for 27.71% of Olympus shares. On September 28, 2012, Olympus and Sony announced that Olympus will receive a 50 billion yen capital injection from Sony. On February 22, 2013, Sony became the largest shareholder, 11.46% of Olympus. According to its 2011 annual report, Olympus was governed by a 15-person board of directors, with Tsuyoshi Kukukawa, its president and CEO, and Michael C. Woodford as president and chief operating officer. Mr. Kikukawa resigned in the following year and was arrested by Tokyo police for alleged criminal offences during and before his term as president and CEO. On 1st April 2011, Michael Woodford, 51, was named President and Chief Operating Officer, the first ever foreigner to hold the position, replacing Kukukawa, who became Chairman. Woodford, an Olympus veteran of 30 years, was previously Executive Managing Director of Olympus Medical Systems Europa. Olympus appointed Woodford its CEO 6 months later, but the board suddenly removed him as Chief Executive 2 weeks into the job, while allowing him to retain his board seat. On 21 December 2011, Japanese authorities, including the Tokyo Prosecutor's Office, the Tokyo Metropolitan Police, and the Japanese Securities and Exchange Surveillance Commission, raided the company's offices in Tokyo. In February 2012, 7 Olympics executives were arrested by Japanese police and prosecutors. Ex-President Tsuyoshi Kikukawa, former Executive Vice President Hitashi Mori, and former auditor Hideo Yamada were taken into custody on suspicion of violating the Financial Instruments and Exchange Law, along with former bankers Akio Nakagawa and Nobumasa Yoku, and 2 others suspected of having helped the board hide significant losses. So we got to know about the various aspects of Olympus Corporation. We went through the company's history to its products and corporate affairs. Hope the information was useful, and have a good day.